Assalam O Alikum student, welcome back to my channel WeLoveCodes. Student, in this video I am going to give you a brief introduction about Python. Student, if you are new on my channel, please subscribe my channel for new videos, and please do like and share these videos with your friends. And let's get started our main topic. What is Python? Python is a high-level general-purpose programming language. Python supports multiple programming paradigms, including functional, object-oriented, imperative, and procedural styles. Python is an interpreted language. To understand interpreted language, so we need to understand the difference between interpreted language and compiled language. So some languages like C, C++, Java are the best example of compiled language, and compiled languages are all translated by running the source code through a tool called compiler. The compilation of source code results in a very efficient bytecode that can be executed in any number of times. So compiled language takes entire program as a single input and convert it into machine code or bytecode, which is stored in a file called a binary files. And on the other hand, interpreted language like Python takes the single instruction as a single input and execute that instruction. Now compiled language run faster because compilation is done before the execution. On the other hand, interpreted language run slower because compilation and execution are takes place simultaneously. In case of Python, even though it is an interpreted language, but it's really fast. Python supports dynamic data type. To understand this, we need to understand the difference between statically typed programming languages and dynamically typed programming languages. So, a statically typed programming languages do the data type checking at compile time, is opposed to the real time, and dynamically typed programming languages do the data type checking at the runtime, is opposed to the compile time. So let's say you declare a variable x is equal to 20 in Python. Python will do its data type checking at runtime, whether it's an integer value or a double value or a string value. All will be done at the runtime. Next, Python work on different platforms or environment. In other words, Python is a platform independent programming language. That means you can run Python program on Windows, Linux, Mac, or any other Unix operating system. Python focus on faster development time, so Python code has a very natural style to it, which makes it easy to read and understand. And thanks to the lack of semicolon and braces, so we don't use semicolon or braces in Python. That means faster development time, especially when you are doing some prototyping work. Python is a highly readable and understandable language. Python has a clean visual layout. So if a developer write a very efficient Python program, it's like reading a normal English language. And Python have high level internal object data types and have automatic memory management. At last, Python is free and open source. That means you don't need to pay anything to start Python. Next, now let's talk about some history about Python. So Python was introduced in late 1980s and its implementation began in December 1989 by a developer called Guido Rossum in Netherlands. It's a successor of a programming language called ABC. Now Guido Rossum worked at Google from 2005 to December 2012, where he spent half of his time in the development of Python programming language. Nowadays, he is working in a company called Dropbox. From where this Python name come from? Rossum chose the Python name since he was a big fan of Monty Python Flying Circus. Python was first publicly released in February 1991. Python.org, which is the official website of Python, was released in the time period between 1996 and 1997. In the year 2001, Python Software Foundation was created and Rossum remained the principal author of Python, his continuing central role in Python development. Next, why learn Python? Python is fun to use scripting language. As I said, Python is a multi-paradigm programming language which supports imperative, procedural, object-oriented and functional programming styles. That means Python is highly recommended for educational purpose, so majority of educational organizations use Python as the first language which they teach to their students. And why? It's the first choice of educational organization because it is very easy to learn and it runs on any platform. And Python programming language is very powerful and scalable and easy to maintain programming language which enables the high productivity. And Python has a lot of built-in libraries which our developers can use. And Python use is a glue language which act is an interactive front end for programming languages like C, C++, and Java, etc. Next, so when you write program in Python, Python reduce development time, it reduce code length, it is easy to learn and use as a developer, it is easy to understand code, it is to do team project in Python, and it is easy to extend other languages if you are using Python. Okay, where can you use Python? So because Python is a general purpose programming language, it is used in many web development frameworks. For example, Flux and Django recently became very popular for web development. Python is also widely used for cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. Python is also used in data science, data mining, machine learning, and continued growth and demand for machine learning developer may be driving the popularity of Python. Python is a scripting language. That means if you are doing prototyping, it is really efficient to use Python. Python is also used in the development of graphical user interface, embedded application, gaming, and DevOps tools. And at this slide, we are closing out today's introductory part of Python, and we will discuss Python variable and data types in coming tutorial. And if you like this video, please do like and share this video, and please subscribe my channel for more new tutorials. And this is enough for today. Take care. Allah Hafiz.